Welcome to Montreal, and more specifically, Old Montreal. This is one of my favorite cities in the world and one of my favorite parts of the city. It's also one of the oldest continuously settled parts of North America. It's certainly one of our oldest cities. And I'm currently sitting in a quiet square today, and it's actually one of the oldest squares in the city. It is an incredible winter day today, and I'm so happy to be here. I have been here hundreds of times, and I never get bored with it because the architecture is so incredible. If you're visiting, I highly recommend taking the metro and getting off at Square Victoria Metro Station. All you have to do is exit to St. Jacques Street and just start walking east. You'll instantly be surrounded by this maze of old buildings, including many of the old bank buildings that used to be a part of the financial district, the largest financial district in Canada, actually. So a lot of these old bank buildings are still there. They're still beautifully preserved, and it's really spectacular to walk past them. They are definitely some of the most beautiful buildings we have in North America. It's almost Christmas, so I thought I would take you on a little walking tour of Old Montreal, because this is honestly probably my favorite season to visit Old Montreal. So Montreal is one of the oldest cities in North America, and I'm currently sitting in one of the oldest squares in one of the oldest cities in North America. And I'm just outside of the Point à Caviar Museum, and it is the point where a lot of early settlers of Montreal used to join together and have a market, and basically most of the French settlers lived here. And then in 1701 an important peace treaty was signed here. (1701), so yeah, this is an old area. So whenever I have friends that come to Montreal and they want like a cute French-styled pastry shop to go to, especially in the old part of the city, I send them to the pastry shop behind me, which is Maison Christian Foray, and he now has shops throughout the city, but this is a really picturesque one to get some traditional French pastries. A delicious snack to have while exploring. By far the busiest part of Old Montreal because it's right in front of the Notre-Dame Basilica, which is a pretty unique place. There's copyrighted music playing behind me, so I can't talk too much. don't get me wrong, it's not all glamorous in Old Montreal. There are so many cheesy souvenir shops. There's Starbucks, there's Subway, there's a lot of restaurants and food that's basically tourist traps. I wouldn't necessarily recommend eating here unless you know what you're doing. There are a few good places, but for the most part, not the best location in the city to eat. I actually thought today was going to be cloudy, but the lighting is so beautiful today, and a lot of people have taken notice. It is definitely Selfieville everywhere around here today. Winter is fickle, but it can be a really beautiful time to visit as well. As you can tell, today actually is a gorgeous day. So this is the back of the Chateau Ramsay. I believe George Washington stayed here. I think that's the story with that. I mean, amongst other people. It's now a museum, which I have actually never been to. So, yep, pretty much dates back to 1665. Not old at all. I mean, I realize for Europeans and people in other parts of the world, that's not old at all. But to us in North America, that's pretty old. So that's it for a day in Old Montreal. Actually, more like an afternoon. It's a really nice place to go. It's great to have a leisurely walk, and you can easily see it all and do a couple of things in just an afternoon. I hope you get a chance to visit very soon if you have not already. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again in another video very soon. Take care.